Welcome to the deep dive. Today, you've brought us a really interesting set of material, all centered on, well, the color white.
That's right. And it seems simple on the surface.
It does, but when you get into English idioms, that whole idea of simplicity just disappears.
It really does. So our mission here is to, quickly get to the heart of what these phrases mean for you. Because if you just take white at face value, you're almost always going to miss the point.
Okay, let's jump right in then. Let's start with idioms that are, well, physical. Like when someone is incredibly scared or sick.
Right.
They go pale, they lose all their color, and we say they are as white as a sheet.
Yeah, it's such a powerful visual. The whiteness of a bed sheet is a metaphor for having no blood in your face.
It's that classic image, isn't it? Someone sees a ghost and they turn as white as a sheet.
Exactly. It just instantly says overwhelming fear.
So from that kind of physical fear, let's pivot to financial fear. The fear of being stuck with something that's just a huge, useless expense.
And that brings us to the famous white elephant. What's fascinating here is where it comes from. It's not just any old expensive thing.
Mm-hmm.
The story is that in Southeast Asia, a king would gift a rival a literal albino elephant.
Okay.
And because the animal was sacred, you couldn't make it work, you couldn't sell it, but you had to care for it. Feeding it, housing it, it would completely bankrupt you.
Wow, so it's not just useless, it's a weapon, an intentional financial burden.
Precisely. That context gives the phrase, "it's real punch." So when you hear about that new sports center that cost a fortune, but nothing works.
You know exactly what they mean. It's a total white elephant.
Yep. So from financial burdens, let's talk about morality. When we describe someone as whiter than white,
Which means they're supposed to be completely honest, totally good.
it's supposed to be. But you have to notice the language. It's a bit over the top, isn't it? Whiter than white.
Yeah, it almost invites suspicion. We have an example here where someone says, they claim he's whiter than white, but I don't trust him at all.
Exactly. It suggests the purity is just a bit too much to be believed. Maybe it's a facade.
And that kind of distrust leads us really nicely into the next group. The idioms that use that stark contrast, black versus white.
Which is all about truth, perspective, and denial.
So if someone is arguing something that is so obviously false, they'll swear the black is white.
They're just denying reality.
Totally. The example we have is perfect for this. Telling someone all the windows are closed when you can clearly see one is wide open.
It's that level of stubbornness, arguing against something you can see with your own eyes.
Which brings up how we see the world. The idea of seeing everything in black and white.
Seeing things in a very simple, superficial way. Ignoring all the nuances, all the gray areas.
But a situation can also appear black and white at first, right? Until you look closer.
Oh, absolutely. Things are rarely that simple. The source material gives us this great mysterious line. Things aren't quite as black and white as they appear. That tree definitely wasn't there yesterday.
So it signals that there's a complexity hidden just beneath the surface.
Yep.
Okay, let's wrap this up with, I think, the most intense idiom of the bunch. One that uses white to mean complete and utter depletion.
This one is harsh. To bleed someone white.
It really is. It means to trick someone, to con them, and just take everything they have.
The image is so powerful, isn't it? Being bled until you're empty, until there's nothing left, white.
The example is just brutal. She got the house, the kids, the car, and a large maintenance. She bled him white.
It's an image of total financial ruin, stripped of everything.
So what we're really seeing is this amazing dual role for the color white. On one hand, yes, it's purity and innocence.
But on the other, it's about being exposed, empty, or financially destroyed. It covers everything from, high morals to total devastation.
That last idiom, to bleed someone white, really makes you think, doesn't it? It forces you to see whiteness not just as purity, but as a kind of emptiness, a complete lack of resources.
A very different kind of purity.
Exactly. So here's something to mull over. How can a color represent both perfect innocence and total depletion at the same time? We'll leave you with that until our next deep dive.